Well, Sal, that's a gorgeous property there in Beulah Park. Good luck with the sale on that one.
And if you're just joining us, we have Lou Toop with us today. Now, Lou, we've got some emails for you. First of all, I've got one from Adam. How long should an investment property be kept to gain the maximum benefits? Would it be 5 years, 10 years, or should it be longer?
Well, it's a good question from Adam, and it's one of those things that's not easily answered. Generally, I would have thought longer than shorter, but that's something where it depends on the property, the age of it, their own tax situation, and an accountant is really the person they need to talk to work out what benefits there are there. From an appreciation point of view for the property, I would have said normally 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm. So they should be getting the right advice from the right people, really, shouldn't they?
Absolutely,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Tim, one for you. I'm looking to buy a property which has no advertised price. What do I need to take into consideration when coming up with an appropriate price?
Interesting question. I guess the first thing I'd say, it's not a particular approach that I like, but I guess for someone who's looking at a property that doesn't have a price, they need to do a lot of research. Mm-hmm. They'll need to find out from the agent what the process is, whether it's auction for sale. Perhaps the agent might supply them with sales of similar properties in the area, and also ask the agent whether the owner's prepared for them to divulge a price or a price range that they're prepared to sell in. So a lot of research into all of that, and they have to make the running themselves. And then following on from that, find out what the process would be once they've made the offer. So whether the offer is tabled along with others, or whether they'll address their offer singly and make a decision and then move forward with it. So a lot of research into how the agent might address the offer.
So can they only get that information from the agent, or are there other avenues they can find out that information?
Well, certainly they can use another agent, maybe an advocate on their behalf, to look at the values and sales and give them advice, but most importantly it's going to be finding out what the particular agent who's handling the property will do in handling their offer. Because if they're going to take the offer and then ring other people and say, we're about to sell the property, mm-hmm. do you want to make an offer? Or if they're going to simply approach the owner and say, we have an offer that's around the right price, are you interested, and sell it? Good luck to the buyer if they do that.
Well, Dash, I hope that answers your question. I have another one here from Sarah, and maybe I'll ask both Lou and Tim to come in on this one, because this is one that's really what's going on in the marketplace at the moment. Sarah writes to us, the media keeps saying we're in a buyer's market, yet all I see are unaffordable houses selling for even more unaffordable prices. What is this statement based on? Lou?
Well, I think it is a hard one and complicated, but the reality is that there are houses out there that are selling above what we would consider market value. That's probably not as much the norm now in this market, but what Sarah needs to do obviously is do her research, come to a property that she likes, and based on her research put in an offer at what she believes it's worth. She might miss out on the first 1 or 2 or 3 properties, but it's a matter of keep persisting, because there'll be a property out there that will match in terms of what she thinks it's worth and what she's prepared to pay.
Okay. Tim, your thoughts?
Well, it just may well be that Sarah perhaps has set her sights a little bit too high in the first instance. I guess the other thing that we're noticing is that there are still some properties that are on the market that perhaps were priced on the basis of sales that took place 5-6 months ago when the market was perhaps a little stronger. And so those people have held out for those types of prices, and they're falling just a little higher than where Sarah might like to be buying.
I think at the end of the day, a property is worth what you're prepared to pay, and if your heart's within that property, you'll put your best offer forward to purchase the property. I think we all agree on that one.
Yes.
And if you're confident about it, you put your best offer forward. Now that might be a little bit more than what another buyer is thinking they're going to put forward, but because you really want the property, you're prepared to pay for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's all we've got time for. Lou, thanks very much for
Thank you.
coming along, and good luck tomorrow with the
Excellent.
blanket drive. It'll be
Everyone's
good.
welcome.
Good work.
Thanks, Lou.
Now we're going to go and have a look at some of our hot properties. that's all we've got time for today. Hope you enjoyed that little preview of the Presidential and some of our other beautiful homes we have available at the moment. And don't forget to stay tuned and watch for next week. We have a beautiful apartment in North Adelaide, quite spectacular with its views out over the city. And of course, next week at 1 o'clock, Toop TV, don't forget to tune in.